All right, great. Now we're on question number 2. We're moving into the kitchen and dining room. We decided it needs new tile. The cost of the tile is $2.87 per square foot. We need to calculate the total cost of the tile. So we're going to show our work in this space below. All right, I've highlighted the dining and kitchen area. So the first thing we're going to do, because it's a composite figure, is we're going to identify our simple geometric shapes. And look, we already found one. We've went ahead and we put a red mark around it, and that looks to me like a rectangle. Okay, so a rectangle, the formula is area equals length times width, or LW. I'm going to put it in my equation. Area equals 10 foot by 16 foot. I see those dimensions on the bottom and to the right. And so I'm going to multiply it. That is area equals 160 feet squared. Great. Okay, so now I have the top. Now, I could not actually trace that semicircle line exactly, so I did the best that I could with my blue semicircle. You're just going to have to go with it, and I know that you will, but just pretend that it's tracing that black line. All right, so now I know that this is a semicircle. However, the first thing I need to do is I need to identify what my diameter is. And if you look, I just circled that 10 foot from my rectangle. The rules of a rectangle are each side that's opposite from each other is the same length as its opposite side. So we use that 10 feet that you see circled right there. I know that that bottom length is the same as the top length because that's the characteristics of a rectangle. The opposing sides are the same length. So what I can do is I can take my 10 feet and bring it up here to the bottom of my semicircle, which makes my diameter, I'm going to say it one more time, diameter of my semicircle 10 feet. Now, I said it that many times because if we look at the formula of a semicircle, it's A equals pi r squared divided by 2. It's not asking for a diameter, and yet I said it like 3 times, right? You're like, Miss Young, why do you say that 3 times when it's not even asking for that? I don't understand. Okay, we need to find the radius. How do you find a radius from a diameter? I think I heard you say it. Say it one more time. That's right. We divide our diameter by 2. Great job. And so what is 10 divided by 2? 5. Awesome. Okay, so now I can fill out my formula with my equation. Area equals 3.4 times radius times radius. Now, the reason I wrote it out like this was so you could understand exactly what was happening. My radius squared is just my radius times my radius again. That's why it's written this way, so you can actually see it better. We noticed this in class when people were having a hard time with the square. They didn't understand it, so we wrote it out, and then they could understand it better. So area equals pi times radius times radius. So area equals 3.14 times 5 times 5. Since it's a semicircle, we're going to divide by 2. So what you do to solve this is you take out your calculator, pen and paper, or pencil and paper. Sorry, I was getting real excited and trip up my speech there. And you're going to multiply 3.14 times 5. Get your answer, then multiply that answer by 5 again. And then you're going to take that whole answer and divide it by 2. And we come up with 39.25 feet squared. That's what we came up with. Hopefully you came up with the same answer. If you did not, send me an email. Miss Young, we did not come up with that answer. We came up with this answer, and this is how we proved it, and we think that you made a mistake. You know what? That happened in class this last week. We were working on the board. I had people in class going up to the board, and we were helping each other. Some people were saying, no, that was wrong. Some people were saying, no, it was right. If you never say, yes, that's right, or no, that's wrong, because you didn't try it, then you just never know. That's the learning process. So if I do make a mistake, which I actually have made a mistake in some of these videos, point it out. I'm okay with that. Just do it nicely. I got feelings. But if you go ahead and point it out, we can go ahead and discover that. And that's okay. You know, making mistakes is part of learning. So I'm okay with that. So now to find the total area of this room, this composite figure, I add 160 plus 39.25, and I get 199.25 square feet. Okay, let's look back at our word problem over here to the left. I'm looking for the cost of the tile. The cost of the tile per square foot is $2.87. I got 199.25 square feet. I need to multiply 199.25 times $2.87, and that's going to give me $571.85 to tile my dining and kitchen area. How is that? See, we don't even have to go to the store and worry about any of this. We can figure this out, and we can budget for our renovations. Maybe now we think tile is too expensive. Maybe we want to do something else because we have a budget of $400 maybe. So here we are trying to figure things out. This is a great way to utilize the math you're learning in 7th grade to help you in your life at this moment. Okay, maybe junior high people, we're not tiling our floors or anything, but maybe you understand now when your parents say that's too expensive because we want to tile the floor. Now you understand why. Oh, how nice is that? Having that understanding also helps give us that our parents that support that maybe they need, and then we can understand, because maybe you're looking at that kitchen floor thinking, man, we could use some tile on this floor. I know I'm looking at my floor going, I want some hardwood. But, you know, tile may be a little bit cheaper and not so bad, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys know now how this is working.